Welcome to the Global Symposium for Regulators, GSR-25, being held in Riyadh in Saudi Arabia. We're here in the ITU studio, and I've got the great pleasure of being joined in the studio by Barbee, who is the General Counsel for Globalstar. Barbee, welcome to the studio.
Thank you, Max. Happy to be here.
Now, I saw you up on stage, one of the panel sessions a little bit earlier on today. I hope that went well for you.
Absolutely. Had a wonderful time.
Essentially, Globalstar is a sector member of ITUD. Participating in GSR-25 is one of the key benefits, I believe, of being an ITUD sector member. Why is participating in this unique platform for discussions important for Globalstar?
Well, we're a new member, so this is our first GSR. Happy to be here with you in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. Globalstar, we're a mobile satellite services company, so we have a global footprint. Our business depends upon excellent working relationships with the numerous administrations where we have licensing around the world. And the GSR provides a singular opportunity to meet with numerous administrations over the course of a couple of days in a wonderful location, and it's been quite successful for us.
I was going to say, because essentially I wonder, in terms of conversations with regulators, how often do those kind of things happen?
Well, so here quite often, because you can't help but turn around and see, another administration where you have a relationship, licensing for us, and so it is well worth the time and effort to be here.
Excellent. Now, the theme for this year's Global Symposium for Regulators is Regulation for Sustainable Development. What does that mean to you?
I think for Globalstar and all satellite operators, it means universal connectivity. We're in low Earth orbit. We own and operate our own satellite system and have been providing mobile satellite services for over 25 years. From low Earth orbit, we see everyone, we hear everyone. We have the ability to connect everyone, including the 2.6 billion people that remain unconnected. So for us, we're experiencing a resurgence and interest in space and space systems. We're investing heavily in a new generation of satellites and service. And again, I think that for us, ultimately, it's universal connectivity for all.
What were some of the key takeaways from the session that you were involved with this morning?
It's interesting where the questions that are asked by the moderator, and then it goes to Q&A, and anyone in the audience can then pepper us with questions.
Right.
And we received quite a few. I think it was a very active exchange with regulators, and it's always interesting to hear, of course, what is on their mind, their concerns, and making sure that we're answering their questions and addressing those concerns.
What are some of the key challenges and opportunities for satellite operators today?
Key challenges. The key challenges is of course that space is a rather unforgiving environment. It requires billions of dollars of continuous investment in order to do anything meaningful in space. And for us, the challenge is always to, hopefully receive a clear understanding, or have a clear understanding with our regulators as to what they require for licensing, spectrum usage, and ultimately it's that regulatory certainty that's necessary to continue to drive commercial investment in space.
I was going to say that in terms of the general public, let's put it that way, launching satellites nowadays seems to be much more affordable and much more prevalent. I was wondering, does that make your job easier or more difficult? And what do people not really understand about the business of satellite operation, do you think?
Well, again, I think that there's certainly much more interest in space than there was 5 years ago or 10 years ago. I'd like to think that Globalstar had something to do with that. A couple of years ago, we announced the commercial availability of what is now referred to as direct-to-device connectivity, where your smartphone can connect directly to our satellite system. And so the launch costs, of course, have gone down. The cost per satellite has gone down, and the number of companies that are interested in space has gone way up. So we are experiencing and are in the middle of a new space economy, and it's quite exciting.
Well, Barbee Ponter, thank you so much indeed for joining us in the studio today, sharing your valuable insights with us. Hopefully we'll catch up with you again very soon.
Absolutely, pleasure's all mine.
And if you enjoyed this interview, which I'm sure you will have, then do check out our other interviews on our YouTube channel, as well as our podcasts on our podcast channels. And for further information, visit our website at www.itu.int. Thanks for tuning in.